Hello there, friends. This is Grace Ramon, your host of Organize with Grace. I am trying this new thing through my podcast host about publishing a live broadcast. And so here we go. I won't have any fancy music or introductions because I don't quite know how to do that yet live. But I wanted to bring you this message, this podcast episode on this day, January 17th, 2021, because it is National Ditch Your New Year's Resolution Day. And I want to talk to you now that you've ditched these resolutions, what to do next. And if this resolution is to become more organized. So I'm titling this episode, How to Turn Your Should, that's SHOULD, into a scheduled action so that you can have success with any organizing project. All right, so last episode, episode 22, I talked to you a little bit about pulling out a journal or a pad of paper to write down why. Why did you want to get organized in the first place? And so I hope that you have that written down. If not, go ahead and do that sometime today or review that episode so that you can begin to write out, why you even want to get organized in the first place. And maybe go further and say, well, what is it that you want to get organized? And like I said, today is National Ditch Your New Year's Resolution Day. Now, who made that up? I have no idea. And who gets to decide these national days of anyway? Well, whoever it is, I didn't even know that this one existed until recently from a marketing email that I received from Cassandra Arson, who is my favorite organizer on YouTube. By the way, you can find her on YouTube through her name Clutterbug. So type that in, and then all of these really cool how-to videos should pop up. So anyway, let's get started. Now, there are many things that we think about that we should do, especially around January, around this time every year, or the month before that. The problem is that thing we should do sometimes stays as shoulds and lives somewhere in our thoughts and never really become anything. Life happens and we forget, we didn't write it down, or more important, pressing things come up. So, for example, I should really clean out my closet, right? So, that's a should that we might keep saying in our minds, but never actually get to or do it. We know that it needs to be done or we want it to be done, but somehow it gets lost by the wayside. So now let me show you. I'm going to give you an exercise to do. So grab that journal that you started or that pad of paper. Now think of whatever it is that you have been thinking about that you should be doing when it comes to your organizing project. So I'm going to leave the clean out the closet as an example, okay? So first write it down what you had been thinking about. I should clean out my closet. Now what we're going to do next is change that word should to I can clean out my closet. And you'll see a progression here because the goal is to really focus in on turning this should into an action, right? So the next thing is I can, and that's the truth, right? You can do it if you wanted to. You can clean out your closet. You have the ability to clean out your closet. So write that down. I can clean out my closet. Next, We're going to cross out that can. So when you said I should, go ahead and cross out should, okay, what you wrote down. And then next, cross out I can clean out my closet. So then now you can write down I will clean out my closet. Now you are progressing towards the fact that you are willing to clean out your closet. Now, I know that this is a play on words, but if you really internalize it, it just really becomes something that it's doable at this point, because now you're willing yourself to do it. Now, is that enough? I don't know. For some people, it is that I will do it, and they may do it at that moment in time. But let me just show you how to go further and to really make this something that you can truly accomplish um, within your week or whenever you get to it. So now cross out I will. And then the next line, say I will, whatever the action is. And this example that I have is I will clean out my closet on, now put a date that is realistic to you that you can do this thing, cleaning out your closet. So whether that be on next Saturday, whatever that date is, and for how long. So now you're going to set up a start time and an end time to complete this action. So do you see what happened there? We've turned our should into an actionable goal, an actionable sentence that we can actually follow. All right. So this is how the statement would end. I will clean out my closet on Saturday for 3 hours. So now you've made an appointment with yourself. All right. So again, be realistic with your time though, and then also prepare for your time. Have someone watch your kids, or if they're older, make sure that they're busy with something, that they don't say, Mom, 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 and, interrupt you. If you have a little one like myself, like my kiddo is 2.5 years old, so he definitely needs someone to watch him. So I would probably have maybe my husband let him know that, on this day for this long, I'm going to be cleaning out my closet. Can you please watch him for that time? So, and the next realistic steps would be to grab your supplies. Now, remember last episode, I said don't buy containers, and I still stand by that. Don't buy containers. All right. So instead, if this is your goal, is to clean out your closet, I would recommend grabbing maybe boxes or hampers and labeling them as one would be to keep, maybe, and to donate. So then during the time that you're cleaning out your closet, you can start to place items into these boxes or into these hampers of what you want to keep, things you want to think about, or donate. Now, the deciding part on the clothes, oh man, that would be a whole nother episode altogether. But for now, I just want to stick with helping you to see that you can turn your thoughts of should do something, into I will do it on a certain day in a certain amount of time, so that it's real. And then you can put this into your calendar. Okay. And I hope that you don't flake on yourself But if you do, and it happens and life happens, I get it. So I guess this is where I end. And this is where you begin as far as what you decide you want to do, right? But I hope that you do. I hope that you put yourself first. I hope that you don't flake on yourself after you've scheduled this action. And as the saying states, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. No, I'm not calling you a horse, of course, but what this means is that now that I've led you to a process of being able to turn your shoulds, thoughts of I should, into a scheduled action, now it's up to you to follow through for yourself and no one else. Now, do you need extra motivation and guidance? Well, that's what I'm here for. You can sign up with me to become your certified organizational expert coach. Yes, we can do this virtually. Although I do offer in person uh, consultation within my area, I do offer it to anyone in the world virtually. Yes, that's right. You should have a coach to help you along. So if you need someone like myself, I'm here for you and I can guide you through your organizing project so that you can accomplish it with flying colors. Okay. And that's what I want for you. I want success. And how to connect with me, you can connect with me through Instagram. You can find me at Organize with Grace. Or if your flavor is Facebook, you can connect with me there too at Organize with Grace FB. And I'm going to go ahead, even though I'm doing this live, I'm going to go ahead and post it up on the podcast so that you can listen to it. And maybe if you're driving, you can take notes later on when you get home. So, what I want for you is success. Now, if you decided to ditch your resolutions, well, so be it, right? Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel guilty about it. But you can also follow what I have taught you in this particular episode to turn what you should be doing or what you feel like you should do and turning it into a scheduled action. And so, thank you so much for listening. This is what I have for you. And I guess this is turning into a series of how to get organized. So, hey, let it be. The next episodes, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to continue with your scheduled action. And let's see how that goes. Okay. So, thanks again for listening. You have been awesome and just listening to me um, and helping to have others listen. So share if you have another working mom that you know that may benefit from this podcast. And also, please take a few minutes to go ahead and leave a review. If you've enjoyed this podcast, leave a review on iTunes so that other working women can find this podcast. So until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.